session, and thank you so much for accepting my request. I'm truly so grateful, and I'm so excited to have a conversation with you today.
Likewise, I'm looking forward to the conversation as well.
Okay, so how's your day been going so far?
I'm having quite a busy day, not on the professional front, but homemaking duties. I was quite busy with that. And since it's Saturday, my kids were going to arrive earlier. So they were supposed to come in the afternoon. So that got delayed. So lunch got delayed. So finally, here I am.
Right. Okay. So although you do not need to give any introduction of yourself, you are very much known in this field. But would you like to give us like, one or two line brief introduction just for the sake of the video format?
Definitely, I'll do that. So my name is Shantha, and I run a YouTube channel called English with Shantha, wherein I post conversational videos and other videos related to spoken English. So I am from Karnataka. By qualification, I'm an engineer, but by passion, I'm a YouTuber. So my hobbies include talking to people and working for my YouTube channel. That's pretty much about me.
Right. Okay. So I have seen a few of your videos, and you mentioned that you were in computer engineer, right? I think for a year or two you have worked in that field. You have a work
You're
experience.
right.
And then you had to quit for because of the marriage and kids. You had to manage all that. So now, like you have experienced both the fields, what do you think gives you, like provides you a better work-life balance?
Definitely, I would say YouTube
Hmm.
because here I work as a freelancer. I'm my own boss. So
Right.
definitely YouTube. Yeah, because
Okay.
satisfaction and the priority is more for me, the family is more for me. I do not want to keep even 50-50. So it is just whenever I have free time, just slip in and work. So that kind of environment. And YouTube is giving me exactly that. So definitely I would say YouTube.
So that means you're never planning to go back to that field, right? The engineering field.
Never, never going back.
Right. So in the long run, you're just planning to stick to YouTube and helping people learn English, that is?
So right now, that's the plan, yes, because it's already been like 10 years of career gap with the IT industry. So going back is not an option for me. So
Okay.
ahead, maybe YouTube, as long as it is helping people and people are enjoying the content, I will be doing YouTube.
All right. Okay. By the way, happy Women's Day. What a coincidence that I'm getting to interact with you today. Like, uh, an honor.
Uh,
Okay. So,
it was in my mind as well. The minute I connect to you, this is the first thing I'm going to say, Happy Women's Day, but it just slipped out of my mind. Happy Women's Day to you too.
thank you. Thank you so much. And you, as a woman, are inspiring like so many other women, that are trying to become fluent at this language, just trying anything new. I think you are definitely a role model for me as well. Actually, I've been seeing your YouTube videos, and I feel like you have those qualities that I want to acquire at some point, for sure. All right. So, since it's Women's Day, like let's shift the topic a little bit. Are there any women in your life or just anyone in general that you look up to?
There might be a few people, like it's not one person that I look up to. Some characteristics of a person. Like for example, my mom, she has great deal of willpower. So that quality of hers, I look up to that. So there might be another person who is more hardworking, etc., etc. So there are bits and pieces, qualities of people that I admire, not one person as a whole. So yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay, I would say likewise. For me also, my mother for sure, because she's a working woman, and then she, goes to work, and then she manages the house when she comes back. And I don't know how she does that like every single day. So I'm like truly grateful for that, because it's not easy balancing all those things. And because honestly, I don't know how she does that because I could never. I can help her around like sometimes, with a bit of things, but like I could never imagine having a full-time job, like a full-time job at the office, like official full-time job, and all obviously have a full-time job as a mother as well. Like the job of a mother is a 24/7 job, like although it's not on paperwork, but yeah, like just you also mentioned, right? Like slight change in schedules because of being a mother, because of the kids. So yeah, that's the beauty of it, and I really do look up to her. And also when it comes to the personality, I am basically like an introvert, you could say that. I have a bit
Mm.
of problem, communicating with people. But when it comes to my mother, like she's, you could say an extrovert. Like she has a very friendly personality. And whenever I see like her employees, like they love her. Absolutely, she has that friendly vibe going on. And I would really love to acquire those skills as well because I really don't have those things.
Yes, it is quite surprising for me because people say that you go after your parents, right? So my mom is totally a different person, altogether different person. I'm an introvert, shy. I would never go to functions out of interest. I would not like to attend parties or functions, but she waits for people to invite her, and just a small invitation like please come, she'll be there. She's like full of life, whereas I'm the total opposite. I love being by myself. I do not enjoy going out as compared to being with myself and doing something else. So it is quite surprising for me like you don't turn out like your parents. Definitely, I look up to it, but it's not something, maybe it's not in my nature. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say exactly. It's exactly the same situation with me because just yesterday I remember that we had to go to this function and I was having a full mental breakdown. I was like, well, then I will have to, meet people, then I'll have to greet them, then I'll have to have a small talk with them. I'm not really good with those things, but she said that like it's okay, like that's how you learn. You need to go out, you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So if you have to, have that personality development thing going on, you need to go out of your comfort zone. And I think YouTube as well is one of the things where I am pushing myself out of the comfort zone because I think like a couple months ago I could have never imagined, having a conversation with people on YouTube. But now I'm doing it and I do get nervous, but I'm still doing it because I know that like in the long run it's going to be good for me because for my personality development as well. Because like right now I'm talking to you, I could have never imagined like a couple months ago that I will be able to do such a thing.
Oh, so congratulations on that, showing courage and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Plus, I would love to know about you. I know nothing, just your name. I know your viewers know you, but I would love to know something more about you.
Right, exactly. I was supposed to introduce myself, it completely slipped out of my mind. Okay, so my name is Niyati, as you know, and just like 2 or 3 months ago, I started this YouTube channel to help people, become fluent in English. And before that, I've done my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. For the same field, I went to IIT Kharagpur for the masters, but then I felt like I do not want to pursue engineering further. And that's again one of the points I would like to say that I'm truly, truly so grateful for my parents because this is a complete 180-degree turn. And not many people you would find like, dropping out of a prestigious university like IIT, which I did. But I, even during my bachelor's, I felt like engineering was not really my passion. But I was going through it just for the sake of it, just completing it. And then I gave my GATE exam and then I got selected for the IIT. And I was really happy because as a math student in 12th, you always have this dream of going to
Yes.
IIT. Like every single kid has this dream, right? So that was the same with me. And that's why I was really hesitant whether I want to pursue this field or not. Because I mean, it is IIT and it gives you the exposure and opportunities to so many things. But then I felt like I just do not belong in a way. Like it doesn't make me feel happy. Like I don't feel the true happiness behind it. So that's the reason why I had to drop out and took this complete 180-degree turn from like tech field to a non-tech field, like having these soft skills like communication skills. So yeah, but
Okay.
truly so grateful to my parents for allowing me with that because I know most of the people would not be okay with that.
People would do anything to get into IIT. So you were in IIT Kharagpur. That's a very bold decision, like even for you, because it's a tough decision to make. So what are you doing right now professionally?
Professionally, as of now, like I'm discovering various fields, but for sure, I think YouTube is one of them because I was never really good at public speaking, but then I started pushing myself and, going for just small things like anchoring in your colony, like, just doing all those small things. And I really started enjoying those things. And then I was talking to my mother and I was like crying. I remember I was crying, like, am I good for nothing? Like, I genuinely don't feel passionate about any single thing. And then she suggested me, like, you have a pretty good command on the English language, and you are doing quite well when it comes to the public speaking. So why not go with this field? And then I was like, okay, maybe I would create a YouTube channel because I knew like how much it is in demand. People all around India are like so eager to learn this language. So I thought maybe this could be a thing that I could do. So that's why I'm trying out in this field for the past few months. I would say 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about discovering your passion, right? That is quite a daunting task, I would say. Even when I completed my engineering, it was just an impulsive decision. It was never like planned. I want to do my engineering and pursue a career. I just went because there were two options: either become a doctor, become an engineer. So I come from a tier two city. So these were the two options, and I thought MBBS was very expensive, and I didn't want to put that pressure on my parents, even though they were ready. I just went into engineering. I got campus placement, and I started working just like that. It went in a flow. So after that, when I took a break, rediscovering yourself becomes a very big challenge. Kids, family, and then it is so frustrating. How come I'm not good at anything? How come there are no further opportunities in the world, like especially in India for women? Once you have a career gap, what is there? It's like the end of your career and the end of a lot of possibilities. So even I was in that stage, tried multiple things, and finally I'm here with YouTube.
Obviously, supportive parents are like play a really, really big role in these things, because if your parents are not going to be supportive, then you will have to go with whatever other people are doing, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, like accepting your decisions and further telling, guiding you, like maybe giving you options. You can do this, you can do that. Even that also, plays a major role. Not only accepting your decisions, but also telling other possibilities that you can go to, what you can do, because they are the ones who know you inside out. They know
Exactly.
your capacity, what you can do. So yeah, even suggestions, it is their responsibility, and yeah, they are the best people to go to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my mother told me as well. Like, you can just go to any field, but just promise to give your 100% in that. And if you give 100% in any particular field, you will succeed because you are putting in all the effort, and obviously you are passionate about it. So you would definitely succeed. And I just follow by those rules every single day. So, obviously you are teaching English online. So, are there any other hobbies that are you are following? Like anything, it could be something different on the weekends, like apart from the weekdays or anything.
My hobbies include I love watching movies. I love watching web series. So it is almost like an addiction. So it's reduced a lot now because I try to uh, force myself back into being more productive. But this is what I enjoy doing a lot from many, many years. I love watching shows, web series, and movies. So that's my passion too.
All right. What kind of genre do you prefer, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, not at all. Drama, romance, thriller. Yeah, this genre. I'm not into horror. Adventure is still acceptable, but I'm not into sci-fi movies. I'm not into those kind of stuff.
Exactly, exactly. Me as well, because I'm not into science fiction movies. I don't relate for whatever reason. But for the thrillers, I would say I definitely enjoy a lot. Like home invasion movies or like murder mysteries, stuff like that. I really do enjoy because I like to find out, like, who could have possibly been the murderer, and then finding at the end, like, this was the person, because the movies drop little clues throughout the movie and then keeps the
Mhm.
person hooked, like, which one could it have been? So yeah, that
Yeah.
genre I do enjoy. And apart from that, romance I do not really watch. Although yes, novels. I am just starting out on a romance novel. I've never really read a romance novel before, so this is going to be the first time because I usually prefer murder mystery novels or thriller novels, stuff like that. But I'm thinking of switching my genre a little bit because it does help you a lot. And also, I've purchased a few self-help books, about personality development and stuff like that. But those also I'm like
Mhm.
procrastinating to read. But ironically, those books are about like how to not procrastinate. And funnily enough, like I am procrastinating to read those books. So I do hope that I would get back to those books. Are you into book reading or anything as such?
Before, the data was this cheap where you can get everything online. Before that, I used to read a lot. I read a lot of books, romance, thrillers, and a lot of books, international authors, Indian authors. Then I was also into medical nutrition, diet, these type of books. So I was never into self-help, finance, motivation, spirituality kind of books. Never. Until date, I try my best to get into those, but somehow it doesn't get into my head. I'm not into those kind of books. But yes, I read a lot of books, novels. I lived in Australia for 8.5 years, and
Okay.
there was a library where you could go and you could borrow books and keep it like for a month or so and then go return. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to have your library card. So that was my best part. Just go to the library, pick up whatever novels you want, and such a wide collection of books. I really miss that, only that thing when I'm back here in India. That I can't go like this to such a huge library and just borrow books and return it. Just read, return. I did a lot of that in when I was in Australia. So I loved reading books.
Going to Australia, how did that happen? And then coming back to India, how did that happen as well? I would love to know.
Definitely. So after working for a couple of years in Bangalore, uh, it was marriage actually. I went there to join my husband who was studying there, and meanwhile he was working there. So I just got married and moved to Australia. So we lived there for 8.5 years, up to 9 years. My daughter was born. She was 2 when I came back. You can call me as an emotional fool, maybe, because I love being in a close-knit family. So that was my family. And my parents, they already had that we are going to go there, live for a few years and come back. Settling there was never on the minds. Okay, so we just thought maybe 5, 6 years we are going to stay there. So somehow my parents were missing me a lot. I was the last born in the family, and I'm the only girl child. So everybody was too possessive about me. They wanted me back, and then I had my daughter, so that everything shifted towards her. Like we want her to be close to us, and even I used to feel like she's going to miss her relatives, right? She's going to grow up as something like you don't have relatives in spite of having grandparents, and I totally understand the kind of love children are supposed to get from your parents, from your siblings. So I thought I didn't want to like pinch away that feeling from her. So when she's growing up, it's definitely important she be surrounded with family. So I thought that was best for us to come back. And somehow Australia, the weather, that was another reason. It's very cold there. So I had been in a tropical climate all my life. So I hated it there. My fingers would turn blue. So there would be some health conditions as well. So I thought it was just not worth it. Anyways, like my heart was in India. So we just came back. Oh, and you have a very beautiful name. Does that mean destiny?
Yeah, exactly. It
Niyati.
means.
What a beautiful name. It's very nice.
Thank you so much. Okay, so wrapping up the session, the one last question I would ask is, as a woman, advice you would give to your teenage self, if you could possibly?
Definitely, I would do that. I keep thinking to myself, yeah, I wish I could have realized this earlier. Take care of your health, the first thing. Okay, because we have a lot of energy and patience, and I never knew the meaning of being tired till I was like 24, 25. I never knew what tired meant. I never knew what insomnia meant. So you were like full of health in your 20s. I was at least, I don't know about the generation now. So in your teenage or your early 20s, you have a lot of energy. Make complete use of it. Take care of your fitness. Do a lot of gymming or yoga, whatever interests you, do a lot of it. And financially as well, I would like to tell myself that it is really important. And once you cross your 30s, your responsibilities pile up and you cannot make enough money. So whenever you have the energy, the potential, do not waste it. Take care of your health, take care of your finances, and keep your future secured. Because definitely you can, because you're just graduated and out of college. There is so much that you can do. So these are two things I really regret not doing, because health lost is lost forever. At least some part of it you cannot recover. And financially also, once responsibilities pile up, I cannot go now and do a full-time job. But when I was doing, I did not save enough. I was like, money is coming. What do I do with this? Money is coming. There was no proper guidance. Invest it here or buy something. that was not in my mind. So that is the thing I regret the most.
Like it was a really, really, truly insightful conversation, I would say. And yeah, I still have a lot to learn from you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. Bye bye.